All right, if you're an educator, you know your world is changing, and it's changing fast, all because of artificial intelligence. But what is it really, We're going to break down the essential building blocks of AI so you can walk into this new world feeling totally confident.
Okay, you've heard these terms thrown around everywhere, right? AI, machine learning, deep learning. It kind of feels like they all mean the same thing. But here's the thing, they don't. And actually understanding the difference, that's the secret to figuring out how these tools can really work for you and for your students. So come on, let's pull back the curtain on these buzzwords.
So let's start with the big one, the main idea, artificial intelligence. And to really get our heads around this, I want you to picture one of those Russian nesting dolls. You know the ones, we're starting with the biggest doll on the outside, the one that holds all the others. And what is that big outer doll? Well, at its core, artificial intelligence is just this. It's the ability of a machine to mimic human behavior. That's it. Think about a character in a video game that reacts to what you do, or even a simple program that can answer a question. All of that falls under this huge umbrella of AI.
Or, hey, here's another way to think about it. AI is the entire toolbox. It's got everything inside. Every single tool, every method, every technique we use to make a machine seem smart. Whether that's a computer that can beat a grandmaster at chess, or your phone's smart assistant understanding what you're asking it.
Okay, so if AI is the whole toolbox, what's actually in it? Well, let's open it up. One of the absolute most important tools you're going to find in there is something called machine learning. Now, the two most important words here are learn and data. Learn from data. See, old school computer programs just followed a strict set of rules someone wrote. But with machine learning, the system actually gets smarter all by itself, just by looking at tons and tons of information. It improves over time without a human having to go in and reprogram it for every little thing. So here's the main takeaway, right? Machine learning isn't some separate thing from AI. It's a really powerful way of doing AI. It's one of the star players in that big AI toolbox. All right, let's zoom in one more level. We're going deeper into the toolbox, or deeper into our nesting doll. We're getting to the most advanced, most powerful tool of all. This is deep learning. And honestly, this is the magic behind some of the most mind-blowing AI that you see out there today. And what's so cool about this, what I really love, is that it's all inspired by the human brain. See, deep learning uses something called neural networks, and you can just think of these as systems with tons of layers that are designed to act kind of like the neurons in our own heads. It's this complex, layered setup that lets it find super complicated patterns in things like images or sound or text. Okay, let's go back to our nesting doll one more time. You've got the biggest doll on the outside, that's AI, the whole idea of smart machines. You open it up, and inside you find the next doll. That's machine learning, the part that learns from data. And then you open that one up, and you find the smallest, most detailed doll right in the center. That's deep learning, using that brain-like structure to do the really, really heavy lifting. Okay, now we've got the foundation. We know how the layers work. So let's talk about the one that's on everybody's mind right now. Generative AI. Now, this isn't another layer. It's a powerful application that's built using all those pieces we just talked about. So this is the million-dollar question for us as educators, right? It's great to know the definitions and all, but what can this stuff actually do? What can it create? And this table just lays it out so perfectly. Look, on one side, you've got your more traditional AI. It might help you analyze or debate something that already exists, like the facts about photosynthesis. But look at the other side. Generative AI. It creates something totally new. It doesn't just report on facts. It writes a brand new essay. It doesn't just analyze history. It lets you have a simulated chat with a historical figure. The key word is right there in the name. It generates. So let's put it all together one last time. Think of this as your ultimate cheat sheet. Here's how it all connects. Artificial intelligence. That's the whole big field of mimicking humans. Machine learning. That's a type of AI that learns from data. Deep learning, that's a super advanced type of machine learning. And finally, generative AI, that's a powerful application that uses all of this tech to create totally new stuff. See how it all stacks up? And there you have it. Those are the fundamental layers, the building blocks behind all these AI tools that are changing the face of education. You've got the vocabulary now. You understand the concepts and how it all fits together. So I guess the only real question left is, now that you know the code, what are you and your students going to create?